Alright guys, I know I haven't posted in a while, but I kind of made a big mistake. I pulled some media out of my tank to start up my other frag tank, and over a month my tank declined, completely crashed. It lost its full biological cycle. Still don't understand how, because I have so much other media in it. There's nothing I could do. I lost my entire tank. I saved all the fish, brought them to my local fish store. He's still holding them for me. I gave him back the minus blennies because they just weren't working out. Not the way I hoped. They were staying black all the time. The female was laying eggs all the time. I donated the fox face because he was actually quite big. So the minus blennies went right back to his tanks for selling them. All my fish went into his... He had a tank set up at the store, no fish in it yet, just coral. So he threw them all in there along with my conch snails. I had a ton of snails and crabs. Some of them all got dumped in that tank, but not all of them. I will be getting back my conch snails, my diamond goby, my engineer goby, my 6-line wrasse, my 2 damsels, bluehead fairy wrasse, but I will not be getting back my bicolor blenny because he jumped out of the tank in the night and died. They had a cover on it, but it had a tiny little crevice on the edge, and he must have jumped through it somehow. I'm going to show some videos of them in the other tank, but I didn't have a filter with me, so it's a little blue, but just so you guys can see. My tank has been started over. I used the time to clean it. I've been over carbon dosing because I haven't been able to grow Chaeto. So now that I'm starting over and everything is clean, I'm hoping I can grow Chaeto to control the phosphate level. I have no clue what's going to happen, but I waited to do this video. I've been pretty upset about it for a couple weeks now. I lost all my coral except for most of my torches made it, except one. I lost one of the dragon souls. Thankfully, one of the green torches turned into one. Weird. I saved my red acan and my gold hammer. Everything else is gone. It's all in the trash. I couldn't ask him to hold everything. It was just too much. I lost my entire zoanthid collection that I was fragging. I did give him my 2 zoanthid rocks, but I gave them to him late, so I don't know if they're going to make it or not. Some might not. Tank has been started over. And basically that's it. I'm starting over. I cleaned everything. I removed the overflow. I removed all the pumps. I scrubbed and cleaned everything like new. I'm not happy. But good news, I get to do it all over again and maybe fix some of my mistakes. You need to use a natural way to remove phosphate. Don't use no-pox. I had nothing but bad luck with it. It clogged my lines up. I even had mold of some type. It was black and it smelled inside my sump pump and my skimmer pump. That was only after 3 months of not cleaning. We're redoing the rock work. I'm gonna have the guy at the store help me redo it. My peppermint shrimp is still in the tank. I drained the tank down to about 5 inches. Everything was drained except that little bit, and the peppermint shrimp survived all of it. He's still in there now with it refilled. He's still alive, and the tank's back up to temp. Absolutely amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna throw some clips up so you can see the fish in the tank at the store, but just remember I had no filter, so it's a little blue. And I will start giving you updates once the tank is cycled. There's not much to show right now. Everything has been started over. This is not a video I planned on doing or, expected to do. So let me show you those photos and videos. And again, these things do happen. the most important thing to me was saving the fish and some of my expensive corals, but everything went down the trash. I'm hoping some of it bounces back. The last time I checked, the torches and the A-can and the Gani were doing okay, but the tank they're in does not have proper lighting, so they're not fully open. All right, enough rambling. I'll throw up some videos for you guys to see the fish in the other tank. It is hard to see them because it's going to be quite blue. But that's it. I will update you guys once the tank is ready. Thanks. Oh yeah, I meant to mention the Pinto wrasse is still alive. I forgot that. So he's good. My court jester in my frag tank is still alive, but that tank is still cycling, and it got delayed because I tried to throw a bunch of corals in it, and obviously they emitted waste and the cycle couldn't handle it, so it caused that tank to crash. But I've been using prime and stuff like that to keep the ammonia non-toxic. The fish is fine. Even an emerald crab and snail are still in that tank, and I have my one big frog spawned in there still. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but it was hanging in there, but it's starting to look worse. All right, so let's move on. Here's Blue Liz. Fang is in the corner. He's in the corner all depressed. 6 is buried in this bush. He wasn't doing good. The damsel's in there. Clowny's in the back. The brute is down there. And the tang is behind. You can see his tail right there. He's behind the mesh. But they're all safe. And Foxy's, of course, all scared up. But look at all the hair algae in here. He'll probably eat all of this. So they'll be full. Look at all that. Yeah, we're working on my corals and those guys. Unfortunately, the engineer goby's not going to go in here, or the minus bunnies. They're probably going to put them in a cage. I don't know. He's the dominant.
Trying to see if we're ready for fish.
Okay. Yeah, this one. I can't even get him, baby. Come on. Show yourself. Yes. Good boy. Coming back. Look at him. He doesn't know where to go. He's actually hiding in the back with the... He's hiding in the back with the... So look, all these fish get along. Yep. So look at him. Is he gonna come out? Oh, look at him. Hopefully he doesn't cut himself. Look at him. Oh, he's all nervous. Here they are, Liz. Clowny. Foxy's still shy. The tang is still shy. Look at the conchs are eating away. They're eating all the stuff. Look at there's 2. And Blue is his normal self. He feels okay. The eel is in the back there. He's all the way in the back. That's where he's staying. That's where the... Joe looks like he really likes it here. And Foxy's still very nervous. He's got a couple scratches on him. 6 is back to normal. He was laying on his side yesterday. Look at him.
Fang is at home. He just cleared out their whole center. Look how white the tank is. Sorry, I don't have the filter on my phone, but he cleared all that out. Engineer Goby and Tangy just don't want to come out. You can't even see them. But the rest are okay. Blue.